anytime that you're going through a wall like this, it's pretty hard to avoid a coupling. And that's why I'm using the taller couplings here, but figuring that I have to use them. We sawed through this. I have to be honest, I used a Diablo hole saw. It was pretty good. I didn't think it was going to cut like it did. It cut through it like nothing. So I was kind of not looking forward to this job, but it actually didn't turn out to be as bad as I thought. The way that I got this pipe in there is I turned the pipe on an angle like this, and so I put a little cut with the snips into the stud so that I could take the pipe on an angle through there, turn it around and put it up. So I can put about a 42-inch piece, and these are about 24 inches on center, so I was able to get a 42-inch piece of pipe. I'll put a coupling here, and then I've got another one fed up. I only cut the one relief hole because I could feed 2 pieces of pipe into the middle one. So if you're going to do this, pick one that's tall, stick one down, lean it sideways, stick another one through, and send it up. And that way you only have to cut the one hole and get 2 pieces of pipe in there. All right, got to get this coupling glued in. I got to get this guy glued in, and then we'll be up at the top up there. And we'll be able to put on our, I think I'm going to probably do double 45s to bring it out around that other stud so I don't have to cut it and or hole saw it and get up into that insulation. So let's get to that. All right, so here's what we've got. We're going to tie that T over into that 90 that's going to come up from our vertical branch. So we'll have a horizontal branch tying into a vertical branch. And I'm going to show you a quick trick on how to measure that distance without having to hang a bunch of fittings out there. We're going to start from right about there. We're going to measure from that piece of pipe over to that piece of pipe. And we're going to get that distance. And that's our kind of full pipe to pipe distance. And then now we need to subtract the amount of distance that the fittings are going to take up. So let me show you how you do that. So this represents our piece of pipe that we're going to measure from. So you just take the 2 fittings, lay them out on a bench or whatever, stick them together like that, pull your tape across, and it's about 3 5/8 inches. So now you can take your overall dimension and subtract 3 5/8 inches. Now if this had been a branch like this, you know, if you had a stub out or something else was tied into here, maybe another T, you can do the same thing. You just keep measuring it out and subtract out whatever distance that is. So you can do the math easy, and that should help get all your pipes lined up. A lot of the time is spent making blocking to support the pipes. They need to be supported when they're making horizontal runs, so something to tie into the ceiling, so that they don't sag and that it holds them in place. And even when they're going vertical, they have to be supported as well. I believe you have to check this in code, but I think vertically it has to be like every 10 feet, and I think horizontally is like every 4 feet or something like that, 4 or 8 feet or 6 feet. So I know it's under 10 feet. So you kind of have to come up with different ways of creating blocks. This is one that I've done for a stud bay and a 2x4 wall for a 2-inch piece of pipe. A 2-inch piece of pipe takes up the majority of a stud, and so I use a hole saw. I locate where the pipe should come through this horizontal piece, and I use the hole saw to drill out the hole, and then I can slide this down over the pipe before I put the 90 on up at the top. Then I just screw it into the studs, and it locks our pipe in place.
So here are our plans for the house. We're showing these to you so you can kind of see where we're at and what we're working on. Right here is the front door, and the stairs are right here, so you can kind of see this is the foyer area. If you walk through this opening and down the hall, it brings you to this master suite area, and right through this door is where our standing shower is, the toilet, and then we have a soaker tub back here that we're trying to get all the drain lines done for. So today we're going to start with working on this drain line. Brian is getting ready to cut.
Do you want to do this one?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Parker.
Yeah.
I'm inside our master bath shower, and we've been trying to kind of figure out how we want this to work out. We want things like shelves to be able to put shampoo bottles and stuff like that on. We're trying to figure out where we locate shower heads. We're trying to figure out where valves will get located. And then ultimately we have to figure out where our linear drain goes. And ultimately we decided that we could build a bump out wall right here where the drain lines will come into. So it'll be about a 2x4 wall or 2x6 wall right here. And that allows us to bring our plumbing up and not have to be tucked back into this 2x6 wall, right? So it adds an extra, 3.5 inches to where this fitting will have to come up into. What I'm gonna do right now is cut out so that we can locate our linear shower drain away from that wall a little bit more. I'm hoping I can get away with just these two saw cuts and do these diagonals. The center of the drain will wind up somewhere right in here. I think the center drain winds up somewhere right in here. So we'll cut these two pieces out right here, see if we can take this chip out. And if we need a little bit more, I can always either hammer that or we can saw a little bit more. This is officially the first demo of our job. We haven't even finished putting on all the walls and everything. We already had a demo out some of the slab. It was less than easy. The blade will cut 4 inches deep, but because I like to overdo things, I poured the slab about 5 inches thick. So we had to chip it all out. We had to make a bunch of cuts and relief cuts and chip it all out with a sledge and a chisel. So now we can plumb our shower over and up where that drain needs to get located, and we should be set.
So here is the second story part of the plans. You can see the stairs are right here, just like before. If you come up here, we have the 2 children's bedrooms on the side here. They share this Jack and Jill bathroom with 2 pocket doors. And then we actually made the tub room and the toilet room separate so that they can all be used simultaneously. And then there's a vanity across from each other for them right here. So we are working on the drain lines to this tub and this toilet and these 2 sinks right here right now. I'll show you what those are looking like. And then over here across the catwalk, we have another bathroom with a tub, toilet, and sink with those drain lines already completed as well. So let's go look at them.
We did a lot of tie-ins today to our main center. That's an interesting point. I had a bushing in there. That's where I transitioned from 2-inch to 3-inch. It's the reason I turned the fitting down is so that the condensation that collected inside the pipe would drain down. So it should drain down and come down this run here. And that's changes to the 2-inch, it goes back, ties in and picks up the other bathrooms. And that's where the area, the half bath downstairs comes up through the wall and ties in and comes up and ties in to the 3-inch stack there. So it'll be a single 3-inch stack. And so that runs down. And the way that I got the angle, it's a 412 pitch on the roof. So there's not really a good way to fine adjust this angle. So I just went ahead and double 90'd. I used a street elbow or street 90. And this one in particular, I just so happened to bring it up right through the bottom floor, right where that stud was. So I just needed about a 2.5-inch offset. And then I street 90 up, and that gets my angle for the to rise up to the main stack.